Welcome, boys. Obviously, we know cash is trash, right? That's what Ray Dalio used to say. But obviously, that's some bullshit. Cash is one of the best performing assets this year. The biggest issue that everyone has is sitting on hands, aka sitting in cash. The problem with everyone sitting in cash is they think that sitting in cash means you're not making any money. Long story short, Aries has done rather well this year just sitting in cash compared to the S&P 500, generating over 15% in alpha. What that means is just by sitting in cash, Aries has done 15% better than the S&P 500.
Right.
Now,
It's pretty shitty sitting in cash with 7% inflation, but if you're in equities and bonds, you're eating that 7% inflation, but you're also eating the drawdowns in equities and bonds at the same time. You're compounding your losses.
exactly. Now, the other problem everyone has to pay attention and realize is there's going to be periods where nothing happens, right? There's going to be times where you just sit there and you're watching paint dry, literally, and it's annoying. It's mind-boggling. You feel like you're falling behind. Yeah, just like anything else in life, when you just sit there and you have to wait, patience is a killer. But unfortunately, that is the stock market. You have to understand that there's going to be periods where things are bonkers. Aries is ripping, bonds or stocks are ripping, something's going on, there's money to move, there's games to be played, right? And then there's going to be periods where, man, it's not a time to do anything.
Well, that also
Unfo-
just it hurts the most recent traders, people that recently got into the market since COVID. They're used to trillions of dollars of stimulus market. That's what people
yes,
are
that's
used
true.
to.
That's true.
That's not
But
what the market used to be like back in the day. You don't you see ES move 2 points in a day. That's a normal
yeah,
functioning market.
yeah, exactly. Now, obviously, there's going to be times where the market goes sideways, right? And the positions themselves will be lackluster. There'll be no direction. For example, here in Aries between 2018 and 2019, Aries didn't do too much. The market didn't either. But the issue we're running into right now is we are in such a non-directional stagflationary regime. This is the longest cash holdings the system has ever seen. Going back to 2005, right? If you look at the line here, the red line, this is the Aries P&L line. If it's going sideways, it means obviously there's nothing happening, so it's flat. Going back to 2005, this is the longest flat line you can see. What that's telling you is this is the longest time you've had to sit on your hands. Unfortunately, there's nothing you could do about it. Like I just said earlier, would you rather sit on your hands or face the fact that you're getting eaten by inflation and getting hurt in the market? We want to do one or the other. We don't want to have we don't want to get double fucked. So we got to take the direction of least resistance here. And that's what Aries is doing.
Now, what's something someone could do with cash if they're just sitting on a pile of cash? Is there anywhere that you could put that money other than bonds and equities?
Yeah, well, it depends how much cash you have, right? So you can use something like T-bill or floating treasury bonds, and you can try and roll yourself into the reverse repo market and get a yield.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the problem with this whole cash thing for us. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't advise anyone here what they can do with their own situation. But the reason why I stay with cash is because when an opportunity arises, I need that buy button to be green. Okay. There's no, oh shit, I gotta go sell something. I'm down a little bit and move money around. Like none of that bullshit. When the time to launch capital is presenting itself, you need to be ready to fire all rounds. Okay. It's you got to make the kill. There's no like, oh, I have to worry about other positions now because I buried myself in 6 ways to Sunday on some bullshit. And that's what happened early, at least in the first part of this year. We were strategically shorting the market, and we cleaned up a lot of those shorts in the last few weeks. Given the fact that look, we're gonna try and align ourselves with Aries, okay, to the point where the RP is following Aries, and to do that, we got to sit on cash too, and that's exactly what we're doing now. When the pivot comes, obviously we're going to move fully and efficiently into that move. But you have to understand that until that pivot comes, sitting on hands for us is the best thing that we can do.
Yeah, the beauty that about this situation that keeps our head in line, stops us from getting FOMO, stops us from going crazy, is after every period of stagnant performance, so just sideways chop performance in the portfolio, is followed by massive opportunities and massive rippers. That's what keeps our head in line. That's what stops us from doing stupid shit with our money. We know that an opportunity is just around the corner. The market functions like a slingshot. It doesn't like being in periods of stagnant growth, no inflation or too much inflation. It doesn't like being in these periods. It likes chugging along, choosing a direction, either down or up. And that's what's going to happen after this period. And there is going to be opportunities.
Exactly. And a simple way to look at them is as follows. We're going sideways with Aries right now, meaning we're flat, right? When the opportunity arises, most likely will be a recession. The Fed's going to cut interest rates, right? So even if the Fed cuts interest rates by 50%, think about the move that's going to happen via leveraged bonds. That's what I'm thinking about. That's my next objective. Is like, okay, bonds are going to make a move here because the Fed is going to start cutting rates. That is where I want to be. And then when growth rebounds, I'm going to move right from that into the equities. But until that happens, I have to stay liquid, stay prepared, and stay ready to take action. So as long as I am on hands, I am using my eyes. And once things go down, I'm going full send. We're going in the boat.
You got to be like a sniper. You got to be ready.
Yep.
You're pissing in bottles. You know, it's been 3 days. You haven't seen
I don't know
anyone.
about all that. I don't know about all that, bro. Okay, but yeah, long story.
You got to be ready.
Long story short,
we're going to be ready when the opportunity comes.
We're going to be ready. Exactly. And I think that's where we'll finish it off today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter at The Market Radar, or you can find our Discord link on our website at market-radar.com. Thank you guys for listening.